What's up? What's up, and welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab. What's up? Streaming to dang, I forgot to stream to Twitter or what's it called? TikTok. This is all being slow. There it goes. Okay, I want to make sure it was posted on Twitter X as well. Here, I'm gonna get my phone set up here. We're getting all the features. Set up TikTok too. What's up? Say hi. Streaming on Twitter, X, YouTube, and Twitch as well. So I just kind of start throwing it everywhere. Streaming to those places, regularly. So this crooked as shit right here. Oh. DJU is not a very good quarterback. I can tell you that, man. Who's FSU play again? Take them to lose. Whatever. I got the wrong background, but we're just gonna rock it on here. Okay. Anyway, Trent, what's up? Like I said, live on Twitter, live on TikTok, live on Twitch. Today, I really don't want to bet on baseball. So I figure we just kind of talk about some NFL futures, maybe just kind of get a first look at the the NFL slate. It's crazy, like I was talking to Ty, and it's like, man, we're there essentially, like we're in the thick of it already. I need to move over here. My camera, man, keeps like pointing down, but it's as soon as I go to mess with it, it's gonna like fall off. Got my whole, can't even see my hat. It's like my favorite one. Look at that. I got Vikings like camo in the front. Yeah, in the Discord, I'll probably have if I give any plays out in the Discord, it's probably going to be WNBA tonight. I need to work on some like cheat sheet type stuff. My son also took my son to daycare for the first time today. Walked him in there. Wife started crying. I almost started crying. But he kind of went and sat in his chair and was doing good, and I kind of nudged her. I'm like, all right, let's go. Like no long kisses. Mommy loves you. Like I know you wanted to do it, but like he was doing good. Let's just get out of there. And it went pretty good. Let me get the screen up here. I got that old background up there. Share screen. Okay, so it's been a bit. We haven't talked in a while, so let's just do a brief recap of what's going on here. We didn't do a it's at like this like semi-local church or whatever thing. I don't know honestly how much it is. I think it's a couple $100 a week. Spencer, no, they did not look good on Saturday. TikTok. Well, Spencer here says Ohio State for the Natty. I don't think I agree. I just sweat way too much in that game to just get there over. But yeah, went good. We had Saturday. I went to Feezy's wedding. In near Chicago. There's a ton of fun. Really nice wedding. Really nice wedding. I got to do that. Got to win some. We were up like 3 units or something like that on Friday night in the Discord. Another 3 units or so. On Saturday, man, we had a chance to have just a great night on Saturday. Wyoming, I had a sweat free plus 300 something. I personally put $200 on it. Would have paid out $900. And Wyoming, we had in Wyoming like plus 20.5, man. They just got freaking killed. Just smashed. And like I was at that wedding, like the game, I kind of seen it started, but like I really wasn't in any condition to want to try to hedge and do it appropriately. But we missed out on that. But I mean, we were up 3 units on We were up 3 units on on Friday night. We were up 3 units on Saturday. Finished out August up 10 units. Sunday we lost on Sunday. Missed a parlay by three yards, man. Missed a plus 800 by 3 yards. On Twitter, I hit two parlays on Twitter back to back days. For that third miss, we had it was by 3 yards on for Branch. Even caught a 9 yard pass in the last drive, man. Couldn't get it done. The LSU USC game, I mean, the play calling was just super frustrating in that game. Struggled. They weren't moving the ball the right way, man. Fell just short of the over when we had a little me and actually I don't know, I didn't collab it. I mean, I did both 2 unit plays I've done so far I've lost, unfortunately. But who would have thought that game would have gone under? I even had a pull down over. We had the USC missed field goal. We had Brian Kelly not taking points in the first quarter. LSU did not look good. FSU, man, DJU is just terrible. We were all over Boston College. I mean, if you're in the Discord, Ty was hitting those team totals, man. It's like they just kept adjusting up 7 points, and it's like run it back, run it back, run it back. So we were hitting some team totals. Me and Ty did a collab and went up, a unit. There's certainly days where I wish, hey, like just one game, give out one play, win one play, like that's money, that's good. There's certainly days where I wish that it was just more exciting, but give out one play, one full unit play, win a play, move on to the next day. I'd love to be, hitting lottos and all these big plays and stuff, but 1 unit a day is 365 units in the year. $100, $100 profit a day is was that 30 some odd $1,000 by the end of the year, so you just keep chugging along one day at a time and we win. And that's kind of how you look at football. And it's exciting too. We can, share your screen now. We got a game. We got the Ravens and the Chiefs on Thursday. We got the Packers Eagles on Friday. I feel the Packers can win that game, by the way. They're a plus 128 dog, but I feel like that's a really good, I'm NFL season. Like I'm more so known as like a builder type, deal or whatever. And, that's what I'm definitely going to get back into. I see the Packers probably winning this game, to be honest. I mean, you can get them at 10 plus 10.5 for minus 460, throw some, just some other baloney on there. Then all of a sudden you got yourself a builder. And that's how I kind of operate, yeah, Ty, the Eagles are going to lose this game. But it's fun stuff. That's how I kind of operate, NFL wise. Like it's not everybody's, Dallas Goedert, Devonta Smith. I think Devonta Smith is gonna have a really big game though too. I think Devonta Smith is gonna have more slot chances. And then he's operated really well the slot with their new offensive coordinator they have. I believe it's a new OC that they have. I think Devonta Smith's gonna have a really big year. But no sweat. Yeah. So I mean, we're gonna have all kinds of boosts and everything like that. So anyway, just really looking forward to it. Ravens, Chiefs, I'll have a builder. There'll be a boost. Maybe I'll do a little lotto of like just take Edwards and Kelsey to both score a touchdown, to both tight ends score touchdowns, something like that. Obviously everyone's gonna be all over us, stuff like that. But Chiefs over the first ever three-peat. We'll see. But we'll get a builder for the Ravens and Chiefs game. Nice little plus 100. They got a 50% boost, but you have to have it at plus 100 before you do that. So like somebody joked about that earlier we talked about that, a few days ago or something, but it's like they made that boost for me. I would get it to a minus 150 and then take that boost and then boost up to plus 100. Now it has to be plus 100. But I'm sure I can find a way to get ourselves to plus 100 here for the Ravens and the Chiefs. Hit that 50% boost. We'll turn into a plus 150. Unless there ends up being like a straight bet that I really like and that ends up being kind of juicy. I do think that and I said at the beginning for those of you that are like joining late, like I don't really have like set plays or anything for this this podcast. I don't want to bet on MLB today. I really don't. We're gonna do. I feel like this line right here, Isaiah Likely for 2 catches. Like, I know Mark Andrews is back. I said Edwards earlier. I meant Andrews. Him to get more than 2 catches, he's over this in like quite a few games. Boost it, put the 50% boost on it. Oh, it's got to be a 3 leg though, doesn't it? Um, Anyway, I think Isaiah Likely over 1.5 receptions can be a pretty good look, but it's minus 170. Let me show you my Twitter here real quick. We have just quickly, and we'll get into the plays here. This is the recap from the Boys of Fall podcast. If you did not check that out, Friday nights at 5:30. We Ty and myself going live. Look at that green, man. I feel just fantastic sweeping my side of the podcast. That was really awesome. Obviously, if I did more straight bets, I'd be probably winning more money. We did the Georgia Clemson in the Discord, the under 24 and a half first half, man. That was one of the easier bets we're gonna have this year. Kennesaw State covered really easily. Notre Dame looked fantastic. I didn't get to watch that game, but I saw like YouTube TV does like it was like 40 plays of like highlights. So I mean that was good. Michigan Fresno State under the 45 and a half came in. That Iowa game, man, it was 0-6 at halftime, and Iowa ends up dropping 40 points or 34 points in the second half. Crazy. And then Ty had some really good calls over here too. I mean, he did have 2 misses, unfortunately, but this Eastern Michigan, I mean, they just killed. I think it was UMass they were going against. So he had some really good calls there. We also had we talked about USC winning outright. That was a call that we had. We talked about Boston College winning outright. That was another call we had. So we'll get in we'll do a better job this second week here, and we're learning from this how things are going. We'll have a little money line sprinkle type thing at the end to try to call out some official money line plays too. Also wanted to show you on the Twitter, it's at Live Joe Bets. Starting to pump out the cheat sheets again, trying to work on that. I posted a bunch of them yesterday. Somebody mentioned right here, Corey mentioned he's seen the cheat sheet video, was a little fast for me. I mean, it's the idea is you get in there and you hit pause and you look at it. It was just a way to promote it, Corey. I don't know if you're in the Discord, but we have a data channel in the Discord where those cheat sheets are at. We also, and then I have them on Twitter too. If you not follow me at Twitter at Live Joe Bets. I am like super close from having I'm just short of 25,000 followers if you guys haven't hit me there. But I mean, Ty was just popping these team totals, man. So this was one cheat sheet I had. Touchdowns by position. So these are stats off of last year. But last year, the Denver Broncos gave up the most touchdowns of tight ends, Saints behind them, Jets behind them. Running backs, the Panthers gave up the most touchdowns to running backs on the ground last year. And then you got the Seahawks and the Colts behind them. And then wide receivers, the Commanders gave up the most touchdowns to wide receivers last year, then the Eagles, then the Lions. So just as a little thing for me to do here. After week one, we can probably be like, hey, don't forget. But it's going to be hard. Somebody you're looking at like, oh yeah, we've all given up 1 touchdown or 3 touchdowns. It's going to be hard to probably continue this cheat sheet. But this is one that I put out, and I'm just kind of showing you guys here just really quick of what's out there on Twitter and what's in the Discord that we have here too. Like a running back prop streaks. Aaron Jones is over 53.5 rush yards in 5 straight games. Obviously, he's with a different team now. Isaiah Pacheco, we got him on, coming up here on Thursday Night Football, over 78.5 rush plus receiving yards. You can see the big number is the streak that they're on. Wide receiver props, we got Keenan Allen over 46.5 receiving yards, 9 straight games. He's over this. Obviously, he's got a new team. And I talk about Isaiah Likely. He's got 2 or more catches in 8 straight games, obviously going back to last year. We got the quarterback props on here. I think this Jared Goff, man, Matt Stafford matchup's going to be fantastic. We get to see them going against each other. But I got some quarterback streaks here as well. And lastly, I thought this graphic actually turned out really well. I made this from scratch. Like to the background, to the little fire emoji in the background, the ice cube, like guys, this is the moment where you guys are like, damn, yeah, like that's really good. You're not a professional, and like W's in the chat kind of thing, got the graphics here, but what this is saying is that we're looking at rush defense. So this is a cheat sheet. It's going to be beneficial when you're looking at putting props together. Like, all right, like I want to target this running back. He's going against, the Cardinals this weekend. All right, the Cardinals were the worst team. The Cardinals gave up the most rush yards last year. Seahawks, second most, whatever. But then maybe we don't target running back against the Bears because they had the best rush defense last year. And then the same thing goes for the Jets had the best pass defense, the Commanders had the worst pass defense, so on and so forth. We'll be able to update these weekly. So I'll get in there likely, let's see, I mean Tuesdays realistically, because we gotta wait for Monday to end, the Monday night game to end, get these posted on Tuesdays or Wednesdays or something like that. And we'll and then it'll be like, all right, so week 2 obviously is going to be just week 1. So we're not going to have any averages or anything. It's just be performance from week 2. So once we get to like week 3 or 4, we'll be able to have some better averages with it and stuff. But just some cool stuff for you guys to work on, trying to just have some more value and everything. So been talking about a whole lot of nothing at this point. I know, I mean, we got, people not show up or whatever, but or have left at this point, but I'm cool with it. I'm about 100 watch hours away from hitting my first step of monetization on YouTube, where down in the comments, above the comments, I can put like my merchandise store. I got like my Lunchtime in the Lab t-shirts. It's got the logo on the background, or like my coin on there, the piggy bank logo that I have, whatever, just to kind of promote some of that stuff. Obviously I've said in the past, like I got a merchandise store, it's got a link in the bottom there, but that doesn't mean I'm obviously not trying to get rich off it or anything. It's just trying to promote and grow, so let's go ahead and put together like a little a little future bet here, or two. Before we do that though, if you haven't liked the video, do me a favor, watch it on Twitter, Twitch, anything like that. I can see the comments, I can pull the comments up. It's certainly easy. It's easier to interact with you guys on YouTube. I mean, I would prefer stuff to get pushed to YouTube. Obviously it can turn into making me some money from YouTube, as it's not a lot, but I mean, your boy's been grinding at this. I mean, I started this podcast about football season. I think it was in November. So Lunchtime in the Lab has been going on daily for almost a year now. YouTube, I started maybe in like January, February. I'd have to go back to like what my very first video was. But anyway, shameless shout out Discord. I got the merch link down here, the Discord link. What else? Those are the most important things. If you're interested in, signing up for that, get in there, hit that link on there. NFL 35 to get 35% off your first month, or CFB 25 to get 25% off your first 2 weeks. That's where the official plays are. That's where builders going to be put in. That's where some of the lottos get put in. Everything is going to be, where on here is unofficial plays, obviously, and it's knowledge. Whereas, the official, well thought out plays that I'm putting hundreds of dollars on are going to be, those are the plays that get dropped in Discord. But okay. DeMario, you're more than welcome to grab a couple shirts. I think I've sold 4, which, like I said, not trying to get, what's the word, rich or anything like that. But the guy messaged me like, hey, like if it's good or whatever, I'm like, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing. Like, it's pretty neat to know that there is at least one person out there that has bought a t-shirt and that has my show's logo on it. I think that's pretty neat. Chuck, I think the Vikings win too, to be honest, man. I've seen a lot of people talking about Justin Jefferson's yards, which makes me feel good. But at the same time, like, they realize he's got a different quarterback, right? But we'll certainly see. We'll certainly see. Leans for Thursday Night Football. Let's see. Let's put up Tay, appreciate you. I don't know. Yeah, dude, I'm not even trying to mess up the MLB. those that are watching on TikTok are seeing it on TikTok as well, live every day, 11:30 on YouTube, Twitch, stuff like that. A little easier to interact than you know what I miss, except I seen Tay. Appreciate you for the comment, but um playing on laptop and phone to boost your hours. Yeah. I don't know if like it counts for me or not. Like I was thinking like, dude, my ass needs to be like putting every play on repeat. Like literally just have my laptop open and then watch the Boys of Fall podcast all the way through. 45 minutes right there. That's what I was thinking about like streaming and like trying to play like games. Like if 10 people watch me for an hour, that's 10 watch hours, I just, people just don't really fuck with me like that. I don't really think I have a lean. So I mean, I'm a like tomorrow probably would be a better. We'll probably end up with because there's no college football on Thursday. Tomorrow's podcast will probably have like a couple Chiefs and Ravens plays. And then Thursday we'll like have like a couple more, and we'll probably just end up being kind of heavy on it, to be completely honest. So I'd have a better idea what like leans are going to be. Like who's going to win, man? I don't really know. I mean, I would think the Chiefs probably come out and win. I think like but some kind of Pacheco combination could be pretty solid. Touchdown wise, I'm sure Derrick Henry is going to get himself a touchdown. Um, I think Xavier Worthy might be a good look on some receiving yards. I think you can get him hooked up for some longer action, but I haven't really fully looked at it yet, so we'll probably save that for tomorrow. Because in fact, I'm also working on let me see if I can't find. I'm gonna start putting out. I'm gonna find it here with my old the designer that does it. Shoot. These. Oh, what the heck? What's going on here? Hold on. I was sharing the window instead of the screen. Well, obviously it's not going to say like Super Bowl. It'll say Thursday Night Football for and it'll be the Chiefs and then the Ravens, and I'm gonna have 5 different props and an anytime touchdown. So I'm gonna work on that today, and have that likely done today, and have an idea of what props I might like to then get it set up so I can push that over to him and get the get that done too. So I think that's a we'll have that to discuss tomorrow as well. Colts haven't won a week 1 in a decade. Do I think the Texans are going to be really good? So I think that probably makes sense. Yeah, I'll look at it. They don't always come through right away, so it's probably in my junk. I'll take a look. Okay. So I'm pretty sure there's a boost. Oh, I can probably see it right here. I just don't want to log in because obviously I don't want you guys to see how much money I have in my account. Don't want you to get jealous, you know what I'm saying? Just kidding. But what's this? Uh, Customers get a 25% profit boost to use on a wager on any team to win their division or to miss the playoff. So I don't know how to do that though. Parlay builder. I honestly could take a nap. Division. Okay. Okay. So y'all want to put this together? I think we can parlay it. Those of you that are watching. Hey, let me try to get in here and where's my right here retweet. putting together a division uh winner parlay. Come let me know who you like to win your division. Try to get some action. Okay. Let's do it. So now's the time in chat to let me know who you think is going to win the AFC East. We got the Jets at plus 160, the Bills at plus 195, and the Dolphins at plus 210, and the New England Patriots at plus 2600. I think we just go through and we just pick. Maybe I don't know, unless there's a division that's going to be like pretty tough. Then maybe we like keep it out because we don't want to we want to kind of like a realistic type lotto. But it's gotta be it's gotta be the Jets or the Bills, to be honest. I don't see the Dolphins winning it. I really do think that the Jets are going to have a really good year if Aaron Rodgers stays healthy. And that's, I guess, is the question mark. Um, Big E says the Bills in chat. Man, I think the Bills are gonna have a down year. Coleman, I don't think is going to be enough. I mean, they got two pretty good tight ends, but Josh Allen has just been so wildly inconsistent, it seems like. And then the Jets really have that really strong defense behind them too. And if Aaron Rodgers is going to be on it, I think the Jets could be dangerous, to be completely honest. I think we got to take the Jets. I think I knew the Jets in my head. And then, yeah, people are writing Josh Allen off too early. I think that's me too. I think it is, man. I think he's a pretty good quarterback. I'll bet on him. I like to watch him. I think he just makes a lot of mistakes. Um, so AFC East is the Jets. AFC South. I mean, I almost automatically have to say the Texans because I took them to win the Super Bowl. I took the Texans to win the Super Bowl, like plus 1,600 or something like that. I mean, I got myself a good payout on it. I put more than I should on a futures bet, but boy, I think the Texans are going to be fantastic with Stroud. Um, I saw like Stroud's like over under interceptions is like 0.5. Like I think his under against like the Colts can be a solid game. Whoever had mentioned about the Colts and Texans, week 1 is going to be a great game, honestly. In terms of like a builder or even like a same game parlay lotto type thing, I mean, that's the type of game where like Stroud could throw for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then, Richardson's going to throw for, 250, 300 because they're going to be playing. It's going to be a high tempo playing from behind type game. So a guy like me, that's the kind of game that I'm trying to target on a builder type play. I think, that without a doubt is a builder play. Texans, Colts, I think is going to be a really great play for that. I also think like the Jags in Miami is going to be another good builder play. Ideally, it's going to be, for those of you that not in the Discord or on my Twitter, I'm going to have a builder at 1:00. I'll have a builder at 4:00. And then, in the Discord, I'll have extra, plays, extra builder. And then I think that then Sunday Night Football, like sometimes it's, probably just stay in the Discord. Big E, I think he's going to be, I think the Jags could be pretty decent, but look, like I said, I think the Texans are going to win the Super Bowl. So I'm probably partial to this. So here, AFC North, this is a spot where I don't agree with the shortest odds. So now you guys can say like, oh no, I like the Ravens. I honestly do not like the Ravens. I've been a Raven hater for like the longest time. I'm not a fan of the Ravens. I'm not look, y'all are killing me. Trent, me and you we were in tune up until this point. First off, I think the Browns could be scrappy. I don't think they're going to win the division, but I think the Browns can be scrappy. I do think the Bengals are going to be back. I think the Bengals can win the AFC North. I don't think Derrick Henry's enough, man. If you've been watching some of Derrick Henry's games, it is not Derrick Henry. I feel like he's been running so tall. He's been running tall. Um, he's not as much of a bruising back anymore. I don't think that he's gonna add as much of like a X factor as like people are like thinking, if that makes sense. So I do think I like the Bengals in that spot there. AFC West, I mean, we got to, I think it's just say Chiefs and move on, you know? Um, Chiefs in conversation and to three-peat. The Chiefs are always going to be good. The Chargers are in, I want to say rebuild mode, but I just don't see them outgunning the Chiefs. The Raiders, I think are going to end up being halfway decent, but I think we say Chiefs and just we move on. NFC East, boy, I tell you, um, this is probably my least favorite division. All right. I mean, I don't give a shit. I don't care about the Giants. I don't care about the Commanders. I tell you, hate, I hate the Eagles. I just do. I just hate the Eagles. I don't even like to bet on games that the Eagles are involved in. Like we have this builder coming up for the Eagles. Like they kill clock. Their drives are long. You think you're going to get the ball on 4th and 2, and they end up QB sneaking it for 5 yards. I don't like the Eagles. I don't. I also hate the Cowboys, but I think the Cowboys this year are going to be a better team. I think Jalen Hurts is like kind of coming out of prime. I don't think Jalen Hurts is that good of a quarterback. My hatred, yeah, Chuck. My hatred for the Eagles is much stronger than my dislike of the Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb's got something to prove. Dak, um, is a better quarterback than the Eagles. Cowboys team totals at home were like my favorite bet to make. And this isn't like you got to win the playoffs. This is like just got to have the best record in the division kind of thing. Um Cowboys. Cowboys. AFC South. AFC South. I can tell you what, I give two shits about this division. I don't care about any of these teams. I don't like to bet on any of these teams. The Panthers, horrendous. The Saints offense, not going to be good. The Bucks, Baker, I like to bet on Baker. I like to bet on Mike Evans. Um, the Falcons, Chuck. I think Kirk Cousins makes the Falcons incredibly just better, man. I think the Falcons could be good. Um, I say Falcons, but then part of me says like maybe we just don't touch this division because we want to try to be like realistic. But then it's like, it seems silly not to. But I can't wait until the Falcons get a primetime game so I can fade Kirk Cousins. As a Vikings fan, never able to do it. I knew Kirk Cousins was bad in the prime time, but I didn't fade him. Looking forward to fading him. NFC North. Now, I'm not going to say the Vikings, okay? I'm not going to do it. Will I sprinkle the Vikings? No. No, I won't. I won't. 2 years ago it was, I think. I was like, yeah, Minnesota's going to win this division. And I was right, you know. Yeah, Trent. I think it's the Packers, guys. Guys, I was probably going to give out an NFC that's exactly the thing. I think the Packers can win. The Packers are good. The Packers are good. And this might be some bias again, but like I said, I gave out the Texans to win the Super Bowl. It would only make sense if I gave out an NFC side, just I can have two choices of being right. Imagine if we come down to Packers and Texans Super Bowl. Packers would be my other side. Packers would be my other choice from the NFC to win the Super Bowl. And that's just me being familiar with the team. But look, I think the Bears could be in there sneaky again too. I think the Bears are going to be really good. Bears offense is going to be really good. But I think that I think this division is just so tough, and I think the Packers, since my my lean would be the Packers out of the NFC, I think I got to take the Packers to win the division. Tyler, no, I do not like the Ravens to win it all. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. NFC West, another division I don't really care about, gang. I mean, the Cardinals, absolutely not. Seahawks, nah, nope. Um, the Signers got Trent Williams signed, or Signers, geez, the 49ers. That's good. Yeah, I think it's the 49ers too. My phone's in my way. Plus 41,000. Holy shit. What do you guys think? I think that looks good. I think the Bengals. I mean, I feel really strongly about the Jets, feel really strongly about the Texans. Bengals is just kind of a gut play, I think. Chiefs feel great about. Cowboys, another one where I feel like I'm putting my neck on the line, but I think they're going to be better than the Eagles this year. Falcons with Kirk Cousins, I think. I mean, that's the best quarterback in the division. Packers plus 210. I understand that's probably the biggest stretch there. I know the Lions are good, but here's the thing about the NFC North. The NFC North, in my opinion, and it's probably because I'm a Vikings fan and that's where I've been my entire life. I think the NFC North, they don't call it the Black and Blue League for nothing. The NFC North, I feel like could be the toughest division in the league. The Lions got to play the Packers twice, the Bears twice, and the Vikings twice. All right. Of course, the Packers do too, but it's very well could come down to like divisional like record. And the Lions could lose to the Packers. The Lions could lose to the Bears, and the Lions could lose to the Vikings. Without a doubt, this division plays each other incredibly difficult. The Vikings could upset the Lions. The Vikings could upset the Packers. We see it every year. You know, no team in here is going to go 2-0 against, every one of these teams, AFC South was the Falcons. So that's that. That's what we're going to run. And who do they lose to? The Packers, probably, which could be just enough to have a tiebreaker. Also, it gets to the point too, like, I mean, you can't take every favorite, and that's about as square as you can be. Yeah, exactly. And then the Packers can go 5-1, and then there's going to be some random thing down the road where the Lions dropped the game they shouldn't have that the Packers won, and then they win the division. All right, let's. We've been talking for quite a while here. Let me screenshot this so I could. Oh shit. So I can bet it later when you guys aren't watching, and I'm gonna post it on Twitter. Post it in the Discord probably too. Let's put together another one here. I want to do I already did one once, but it was earlier in the year before we seen some stuff. Let's do a receiving yards one again. So we could either do plus 1250, choose up to 4 for a parlay, or we can do plus 1,000 and choose up to 5, or 700 and choose up to 6. But some of these are like juice to hell though. So like it's like they're not really like worth it. I think I say we do the plus 1250. So, can't quite show the whole screen. I feel like if I make it smaller, you guys aren't going to be. But obviously, I mean, we're probably not going to be taking too many people down here. Here, let me try to. Can y'all still read that? I mean, Njoku, Shaheed, Brock Bowers, like they're not going to go for 1,000 yards. Hopefully, you guys can still read this. We need 4 of these, and this comes out. These come out to pretty good numbers here, I think too. Um, I'm trying not to have the same parlay again. I don't remember what I fully did, but I feel like it's the same names coming to me. I mean, we could start with some juice. Gosh, I don't know. What do you guys think? So, like, any Texans receivers are a little scary because I think there's going to be a lot. Like, Diggs is going to command some balls. You got Nico Collins. You got tight end action there, too. I honestly feel Garrett Wilson could be a good spot with Aaron Rodgers. I just trust the guy. I trust Aaron Rodgers. I feel like Garrett Wilson could be a good spot. Let me just add some stuff in here, and then you guys, we'll erase some for those of you that are still watching. I think I'm trying to avoid the same damn parlay I did before, but I think I had Drake London in there because I think Kirk Cousins is going to be, great. But let me get rid of that because I'm pretty sure I knew I had that. Brandon Ayuk, I think, could have a pretty good year. Because I don't know if CMC is going to have the same year that he did last year. And I feel like they may need to like lean on more receiving yards than they did. And then keep in mind, like last year, there was only like 7 guys that had 1,000 receiving yards. So that certainly doesn't, it does. It's not as doesn't happen as often or whatever. I think Devontae Adams could be a really good look too. Got himself. I don't know if Minshew is going to be the official quarterback or not. And then like Mike Evans, the Bucks playing from behind a lot. So Shadow on TikTok, if you're still in there, I actually on my profile I made a video of my cheat sheets that I put out on my Twitter at live Joe Betts. I've got some actually defensive like rankings or whatever on those cheat sheets. You can, I mean, the video moves fast, but just pause it. I didn't realize how long we've been talking on here, guys. We've been on here for 45 minutes. I wanted to just have another one of these. I might just run this. I know. I mean, you guys got to live your lives and stuff. Garrett Wilson, like I said, I think is gonna have a good year with Rodgers, Brandon Ayuk. You know, what he just signed a deal. I think. I don't think CMC is gonna have as big of a year. They might have to lean on more passing. Devontae Adams, I think, has a bigger year this year. The wide receiver show and everything like that. Mike Evans, I feel the Bucks aren't going to be as good this year and likely playing from behind more often. I do think like Michael Pittman could be a good look. Christian Kirk could be a good look. Loved betting on that guy last year before he got hurt. But say we do this and probably close her out. My throat's starting to hurt from talking too long. So appreciate you guys that are still watching and hanging out. Thanks for hanging out with me and all that jazz. Probably have plays on in the NFL tomorrow. For Thursday. And then have just like one play like Friday. Or no. What's today? Wednesday? Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Oh, I guess my son at daycare is also like tugging on his ears. He's got a damn ear infection again. So honestly, skipping a show would just make things so much easier. But I'm sure I get on here and maybe we just talk. Like maybe I'll have my cheat sheet done. We just talk about the cheat sheet. Have like one play that I'm gonna run for sure. Have it be a shorter podcast, and Thursday it'll be a full Thursday night football podcast. Chuck, I started to look at that, and I'm not quite there yet. But like off the top of my head, Bengals and Dolphins, huh? I was looking at the Bengals and the Bears as like but it came out to like minus like 110, 115 ish. I'd have to look into it more, Chuck. I'm sure the Dolphins win that game. I'm sure the Dolphins win that game. That's probably a pretty good look. And that's the thing too. Like it's just like there's so much to bet on for football that I have to be just sometimes you just gotta be careful sometimes. Like, like I said, I'll build on Thursday, build on Friday, but Sunday at 1:00, I'll have an all day anytime touchdown and an all day like prop lotto, which is likely gonna just come from like these plays that are here, also like in the Discord. And then, I really like the Texans and the Colts for a builder. But I mean, there's like 8 games on, at 1:00. I feel like the Dolphins and the Jaguars could be a good builder game too. Then take the Dolphins and, the Bengals to win. And then that's 3 units at 1:00, and I got a few games I care about. And I got an anytime touchdown going or something. I mean, that'll probably work. But I'm gonna get off of TikTok here. I'm gonna close it out on YouTube. And appreciate you guys. And we'll be back tomorrow and we'll talk about something. Talk about something. Where's my button? I'll see you guys tomorrow.